Harmonica. Got a different setup yet again here at the house. Gonna be trying out all the old cameras and old microphones. Trying to find a setup I can just leave. Alright, harmonica class. The first thing we do, we click here and we go post on Twitter, and we post on the homepage of our lovely website. The website is mammothgardens.com. You can learn how to play harmonica here, and it's moving like molasses. It's going on. Come on, there we go. All right, today is May 10th, 2022. I'm going to hit this, Command V, Shift, highlight, scroll up, link, scroll down, enter, settings, open a new window, update, and update. All right, so we've posted the link on the website. I always like to make sure it works, because every time I don't check it, that's the day it doesn't work. And my computer's running super slow, probably because of the addition of the camera. That's probably why it's mad. All right, and then it opens up to I gotta get a new computer. All right, so there's our link is on there correctly. And if I squeeze on over to Twitter, oh wait, I have this keyboard hooked up. https://mammothgardens.com. Patience. Click yeah. Get this one. Click open and click tweet. Oops. Well, did it tweet or not? It tweet. All right, we tweeted. All right. Good morning, everybody. I'm listed as unlisted. Edit. It should not be listed as unlisted. This should be listed as public. Done. Save. So now I'm public. Looks like somebody's here. If you're here, let me know. I want to make sure the sound is right. I'm changing microphones and cameras yet again. Mary's in. Good morning, Marianne. Let's see. Let me know if you can hear me. And today our music, I just added one song in from last week, since we're only going to meet 2 days this week. Didn't feel like we needed to just throw the whole thing out and start all over. Let me grab my sheet music. Got a new chair here, which is actually an old chair Donna was using it for her chair in her office, and she got a very fancy chair, so I got her chair. All right, let's see here. Here, done. All right, it's called Celebration Night. Okay, I can remember that. Harmonica. Let's grab your diatonic notes in C, your diatonic scales. Play through those, warm up on each of our harmonicas. Let's see. Sounds perfect. Good. Sound is good. Chilly up in Eugene. Yep. Well, summer's coming, Vic. Right? We're already having hints of it. Whatever. Looks to me like a pretty nice day outside. I think we're supposed to be windy here today, if I remember right. Haven't been outside. I've been messing up guitar music all day. Let's see. All right. Isn't that lovely? This is a great instrument. I don't know how many of you are playing it, but you should. Let's see. Last night was awesome. Oh, good. I'm glad you enjoyed last night. You know, it's always interesting because I teach a lot, right? And so in my mind, everybody is at this crazy high level, and everybody can just do everything. And it's nice, not so much as like, oh, they weren't that good, but as you get a real chance to see where people really are in their musicianship when you do something like we did last night. And some people are doing much better than I would have anticipated, and some people are behind, and you're just like, so it gives you a chance to see those people who are really working it and really trying and really studying and doing the things, and those people who are sort of coasting, right? And I think last night was fun in so many ways. Not if you didn't know the personalities, you would just judge it on their performance, right? But because I know all the personalities as well, it's very fascinating. Some of the things that went super well, some of the things that didn't go so well. Patricia was in last night's performance, so good to see you, Patty. I thought the harmonicas were delightful, right? And they haven't had much of a chance to practice because Diane has been traveling, so I'm anticipating even greater things coming from them in the week ahead. Let's see. Hey, Marcia, good to see you. Sandy, let's see. All right, so we got everybody. Let's do our diatonic warm-up, the scales on the diatonic page. Let's just do the C major once and then the A minor once. When you're working on a scale, sometimes you want to put a t in between every note. Sometimes put none of that in, right? Just let it be a nice big long slur. Sometimes you want to try to bend the notes as you're going, especially if you haven't been successful at bending yet. Continue to work on it. The day will come when you bend, when your muscles are real tight, and then you loosen them up on the inside of your embouchure, and that day will be like, oh, I now see what I'm supposed to be doing. So that's it. And then that's the day the tone on your harmonica goes way up. So the day that you can start bending notes, you're going to see this major increase and major upstep in how good you're playing. Vic, the harmonicas were great last night. Yeah, weren't they? Just a delight to have that. And again, Diane and them haven't had much of a chance to get together, so I thought they did pretty good in playing from not much rehearsal. All right, the C scale first and the A minor scale, just one time through. This is the pace. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. So there are your notes. When I first started teaching this, a couple of years ago now? Almost 2 years ago now. I could not have pulled that off with it. I'd have saw those 9s and 10s and I'd have been like, oh no, we're in trouble. Now it's just notes, right? They're just things we do. And hopefully you're having a similar experience with that. Let's hang on to the diatonics. Let's run over to our diatonic list of the week. We need to play our, what is today? Tuesday? We need to play Ode to Joy. Let's go grab Ode to Joy. Ode to Joy. And those of you guys who've sent me sheet music, it's all in a file now. And I will be kicking those out as I have an opportunity. And so we will have plenty of new music coming this summer. Just on Thursday and Friday are my finals of this week. And so won't be having anything on those until those are over. So maybe next week, right? All right, Ode to Joy, 2 times through, kind of a jaunty pace, and below 5. 4-beat count in. 1, 2, 3, 4. was too fast. All right, there's Ode to Joy. Next up on our list of the hits, hey, let's do let's do Amazing Grace. Amazing Grace. That's the new one this week. And remember, if you're missing anything off the list, just toss me an email. I am not caught up on email, but I do try to keep an eye out for harmonica players, right? Because I know what you're looking for. Amazing Grace. Looks like it's 4 times through. We're not going to do it 4 times through. Let's do it 2 times through. And let's do down to 15, come back to 1, go down to the bottom. Remember, the long notes you got to count, right? You can get away with not counting half notes. Amazing Grace, right? You can get away with those. But when you get down to a wretch like me, that's a long note. And pop quiz, how many beats is in the note that's in measure 7? Well, you're in 3/4 times, so the first measure's worth 3 beats, right? That's why it's that dotted half note, and it's tied over into the next measure, which is another half note, so that's worth 2 beats. So it's a 5-beat note. Now, most of the time, you're not going to do the full 5 beats, right? Let that fade out, and then get started at the correct spot. But I really suggest, when you have a long note, especially when you're reading from tablature, that you want to be counting your long notes, or you'll come in too early. It's just really that simple. Meant to be a slow song, and quarter note equals 80 is a very slow pace, and so we won't rush through this one. 2 times through, 2-beat count in, and below 6. 1, 2. One of the things I notice when I'm blowing into these high notes is they get a little wobbly too, and that's those high notes. On the high notes, when you're blowing, they have a tendency to bend a little bit, so you got to be really listening. If your notes start to get all wanky and out of focus and all of this, you're probably either blowing too hard or maybe not quite hard enough, or your embouchure is in a weird position in your mouth, and you'll get that sort of wow, sort of a wanky sound to it. That's something ultimately you want to learn to be able to do and to control. But I'm not a huge guy for bending these upper notes. I'm not sure why you would do it, but it is something to be aware of. I will mention very quickly, here's a G harmonica, which is the lower voicing harmonica. When you play that song on a C harmonica, it's pretty piercing, right? It's sort of in your head. I'm going to grab my G harmonica. If you happen to have a G harmonica, grab it real quick. That's why when you play harmonica, you have to have a drawer here, and you fill it up with harmonicas. All right, I'm going to play it really quick, just one time through on a G harmonica. You won't be able to play along with your C harmonica because we won't sound good together. But just to kind of encourage you to think about getting a G harmonica instead of a C. G is the lowest of the regular tunings. And so listen to how it sounds in the key of G. 1, 2. You can tell a much more pleasant overall feeling to it, just because you're playing exactly the same notes, you're just playing them in a lower key. And what's fun, those of you guys who've been around a while with ukuleles and guitars, if you're playing a song with these chords in it, C is your main chord, F and G, right? Those are your 3 chords in this. Well, now if I decide, man, you know what, I'm going to use my G harmonica, guess what happens? This becomes the G, A, B. So the G, all the C's become G's, okay? Then you come out here, all of the F's become C's, and all of the G's become G, A, B, C, D's. Duh. So G, C, and D, right? And so then you just, if you are on guitar or harmonica, I'm sorry, guitar or ukulele or piano, you're like, okay, we're just going to transpose it. All the C's become G's, all the F's become C's, and all the G's become D's. And sometimes when I'm doing that, I usually quickly write in pencil. I'm supposed to do, right? But that way you end up sounding a little more what people want to hear, and that way when they call you up and say, hey, my grandfather just passed away and he loved harmonica, and we were hoping you could come by and play Amazing Grace at his celebration of life, and you're like, heck yeah, no problem. Bring your sheet music, bring your G harmonica, and then tell the piano player you've transposed it into the key of G, and they'll be like, okay, cool, no problem, I got this handled, right? So there you go. Okay. All right, next up, let's play kind of saving the harder 2 for tomorrow. So let's do All Through the Night. Let's do that one, All Through the Night. All right, here's another one really high up on the harmonica, right? And another great opportunity for me to talk you into buying a G harmonica, and play it with that. From the top, 2 times through, now 3 times through. 2 times through, 4-beat count in, and another high one up here on the harmonica. 1, 2, 3, 4. nice. That's one you should play every night at sunset outside. Just go outside and play it for your neighborhood. It's really pretty. And not quite as sad as taps, right? A lot of guys are going out with their trumpets to play taps at sunset. You're going out with your harmonica in the key of G, right? To play that. That's the go to bed song. Because once the sun goes down, you don't need to be going outside. You should go to bed because nothing good happens once the street lights come on. All right, let's grab chromatics. All right, beautiful. Our new song for this week will be Ashokan Farewell. Since some of you may not have it, we'll skip that one for the moment. Let's go play Ash Grove. We put that one off last week, so let's play it today. Ash Grove, a little bit of an exercise in... Oh, wait, we got to do our... Let's do Ash Grove, then we'll do our warm-up. Since you grab Ash Grove first. Ash Grove, we play down through measure 8, come back to measure 1. Play down through measure 7, skip measure 8, play from 9 through 17. And then the complicated repeat at 17, you jump all the way back to 1, play down to the coda, and then when you're at 7, the second time, the third time is actually, right? The third time you hit 7, you're going to jump all the way to 18. 5 me, yes they do, right? So you have this big fancy ending on the end. All right, let's see how we do. 2-beat count-in, blow 3. And again, biggest thing you're always looking for is clean, pretty notes, right? You hear me all the time sort of having air lakes between, the hole to the left or the hole to the right. And that's obviously something we're always working on getting rid of. We want to have every note be clean and pure and pretty. First, obviously, that's one of your main goals. And then the second one is to get some vocalization, some human sound to it by bending the notes just a smidge, right? So now when you're blowing 3, blow a little harder, then a little softer, and then a 5. Da, da, da. I played my harmonica for 1 minute every day, right? And so be thinking about trying to get that sound where we start the note loud and then loud and quiet just a little bit, and that's what gets you that human voicing to it that we're always looking for. From the top, 2-beat count-in, play it as written, blow 3. 1, 2. Isn't that fun? That's a beautiful song. That's really nice. I don't even remember what the original words are about in Ash Grove, honestly, and I don't. Whatever. So we changed them. I changed them out to harmonica. I changed them out. I do this on guitar and ukulele. And I just changed the word harmonica to ukulele. All right. I forgot to do our chromatic scales. So go grab your chromatic scales. We're 3 scales away from finishing it up. And that'll be our second time through the entire series of scales. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to clean up a few typos that are on here. Honestly, I'm pretty impressed that I don't have more than there are. We'll repost it, and then we're going to get started on minor scales. Now, there's 3 types of minor scales: natural minor, harmonic minors, and melodic minors. And so we'll do all of those. It'll take us forever to get through them. We'll talk about what the differences are and why you might use one over the other. Typically, in most music that's normal, like music that people use, the harmonic scale gets used a lot because it has one particular note that helps get you back to the main idea. And melodic minor gets used a lot because it kind of smooths out a couple of places in the scales. Natural minor gets, I like natural minor a lot because it sort of hangs around and doesn't go anywhere and just sort of is what it is. So we'll learn those and what the differences are. And then the next series of scales after those 3 sets they're called modes, and there's no end to the number of modes that are out there. I don't think particularly for this instrument modes matter that much because you're just going to play whatever the next note is, but it's something that as musicians you probably run into, as you're wandering around the internet and they're like, oh, you need to know what your Dorian modes are, and you're like, no, you don't really need to know what your Dorian modes are. But I do think we'll have that discussion, and we'll probably put them up on the website just so it makes it look like we know what we're doing, for somebody wandering through trying to prove that we don't know what we're doing. All right, not that would happen. That might happen. Who knows? Measure 13 of your chromatic scales. This is one of the weirder ones, right? We start with a -3 button draw, right? And there's only 2 flats in here. There's the B's and E's are all flat, but it just starts on a weird note, and it keeps the notes just keep sort of surprising us as we go along. Remember, if you only have the 10-hole chromatic, when you get to the 11s and the 11s up there, that's not don't play. Those are rests for you. You don't have those notes. That's perfectly fine. And you just rest. Count those as 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, and then jump right back in, or whatever, however you want to count them. But those are rests for you. All right, let's give this a try. B flat major, not too fast. One time through. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do it again. I messed that up pretty good. -9s were not cooperating for some reason. -10 was the bad one. From the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. little bit better that time through. That's kind of a hard scale, oddly. All right, nice. And then I want to play, summertime. We got to do summertime. Patty played summertime for us last night on the ukulele broadcast. So, good job, Patty. And I don't know where Diane is this morning. She's sleeping in after her success on stage last night. So, summertime, please. Yes. Summertime. Now, one of the things you may have noticed if you were watching last night was there comes this moment when we have sort of the middle here, major 15 and 16, and I was delighted to see that all of the harmonica players kind of looked up over at the ukulele players, and they all sort of agreed, when is the next note? And Diane sort of took the lead of saying, okay, here's where the next note's going to happen. And that happens when you play duets with people. You always want to keep it where you can be in eye contact with them, so that if you're like, okay, I've had enough of that note, or you're running behind, speed up, or you're playing too fast, slow down, where you can have that communication. And it was really, really kind of cool to see that. Nice note at the end. Killed that last note. Thanks, Marianne. Hey, Robin, welcome in. Good to see you. All right, summertime. And it was kind of cool because Bob was playing Diatonic and the other two were playing Chromatics, which was kind of sort of a fun addition last night. From the top, by the way, that's the first harmonica ensemble experience I think that we've done. Really good job, you guys. All right, I talk about it all the time. We don't really do it though, right? From the top, 3-beat count in, blow 6, one time through, not fast. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. Lovely. That's awesome, right? A good song. All right. Ran out of time. Doggone it. So here's the deal. Tomorrow is our last day of the week because I have finals on Thursday and Friday. So tomorrow we're going to try like heck. We're going to get to Simple Gifts. Let's do Shenandoah tomorrow since we can't do it Thursday. All right, we'll do Shenandoah tomorrow, and then we're just going to play through all the songs. So we might run a little bit long tomorrow, but just make sure in your book you have All My Loving, All Through the Night, Aloha Oi, Amazing Grace. Unchained Melody was new last week, so I took the new off of it this week, but make sure you have that in your book. Summertime, As Time Goes By, Ash Grove, and if you don't have Ashokan Farewell in your book, send me an email and I'll get it to you. Everything else you should have, I would think. So hopefully you guys are having a great day. Always a joy to play harmonica and just get your lungs blown out. And I will see all you guys tomorrow. We'll just knock our way all the way through it. That's it. That's what I know about harmonica. Vic, Linda's not here, but I wanted to mention that I updated on the classical page for Wednesday. I updated the one of the Segreris ones. Hold on, let me. Well, it's not going to cooperate. Anyway, Vic, you may want to run over to the DGO site. It's the lesson 62 is the one I updated. That's one we played through 2 weeks ago. I updated it. I made it way more songy and way less study-y. And so you might want to grab that. So have a wonderful night, you guys, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Have a great evening or week or day or whatever. Peace.